June has been teed up as a likely month to decide on rates. How much more evidence across the various different economies do you need to see before supporting a rate cut?
Well, I think we're pretty close to it now. Before Christmas, my view was that I wasn't ready to rule out going further in the hiking cycle, but I think we've now, over the last few weeks, seen enough data to say that we've reached the top of the ladder. And at our last meeting, from my perspective, we've got greater confidence that we can start to reduce the tightening in our monetary policy stance. I would expect, all things equal, that we will see a change in June, unless there's something completely surprising and a shock that we don't expect.
We're all fixated on getting the starters gun going, kicking off the rate cutting cycle, but what comes next? We're hearing 3, possibly 4. What seems feasible for you over the course of this year?
I think the one thing that I personally am pretty clear on is I need to be open-minded about the rate path. And the approach we've adopted at the ECB, which is a meeting-by-meeting, data-dependent approach, I think that tells you to be cautious, and certainly I will rule out trying to predict how many more moves there may be. There may be none. There may be more than one. But I think meeting by meeting is the way to do it. There's too much uncertainty. And certainly in the inflation numbers today, we're still seeing enough in services inflation to make us cautious about predicting. So I would not predict how many cuts there may be at all.
You've also highlighted the amazingly strong or resilient labour market, something that you've referenced. Average hourly earnings are still rising by more than 2% in Ireland. What's behind that ongoing strength? Is it just a matter of time before it settles down?
Well, I think if you talk about Ireland, the Irish economy is doing well and continues to do well. We're operating at capacity. All the indicators are showing are moving in the right direction. Employment, participation rates are at the highest levels. We've created 500,000 jobs in the last few years. So it's a healthy, I think what's underlying all these numbers is just a healthy economy, which has got, capacity constraints now, which is really an internal risk for us. But the whole geo-economic situation is something that, as a small open economy, we worry about quite a bit. But it's an economy that's doing well.